Hey y'all, today we're making a naturally based, all natural goat milk soap. It is our Four Thieves Plus. If you know the story of the Four Thieves, it is an essential oil based. As I said, it's an essential oil blend, and I'm going to share with you not my the ratios, because you need to run that through an essential oil calculator, which I'll leave a link to one. It doesn't necessarily have all of the essential oils on this to punch in to calculate, but I believe it has all of the essential oils that are in this blend, so that you can work out your own formulation for your size soap batch, because you need to be really careful with them. But I have my goat's milk and our lye solution in here. We're going to run that through our strainer, and this one's kind of quick because there's no colorants added, because what I used for colorants is actually already in here. I use red palm oil, which is this Baraka. It's a red palm oil, organic red palm oil from Baraka Shea Butter. It is and a really amazing. If you actually cook with it, it has a kind of a nutty smell when you cook with it. If you ever cook with red palm oil, they use it a lot in African dishes, or cook with it a lot in Africa. So we're using red palm oil as part of our palm oil that I have, which is all sustainably harvested palm oil and organic. This one, the red palm portion, is from, like I said, Baraka Shea Butter. It is also sustainably harvested. But I don't use it completely. Just part of my palm oil is the red palm oil. Otherwise, it would be extremely orange, and I just want it to be a nice orangey color. Plus, the essential oils do add some color to it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get this blended up. So that's about a light trace, and you can see that it is a really nice orangey color. And the essential oils we put in, we're going to is Clove Bud, cinnamon leaf, rosemary, eucalyptus, and lemon is traditional in a Four Thieves. However, I use an organic sweet orange essential oil in this blend, plus organic tea tree essential oil and organic Lavandin essential oil. That's the plus, the tea tree and the Lavandin, because they are really so good for your skin. And I like to keep this one by our kitchen sink and use it all during any kind of, whenever we have sickness, or to keep from getting sick, because all of these oils are amazing for that purpose. You'll have to look them up, and they're also really good for the skin, the tea tree and the lavender. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and add this in, and you can see from the color that there's an orangey tint to it, especially from the sweet orange essential oil, which is the reason why I use it. But alternatively, you could use lemon as well, and I do highly recommend finding organic essential oils, especially ones for citrus, because they use the peel, and that would be where all the pesticides and everything are, pesticides or chemical fertilizers, etc. And I get all of my, or at least a good portion of my essential oils I get from New Direction Aromatics, and I will link that in the description box. I'm not an affiliate or anything, it's just where I get mine, and I do like to promote the use of organic when possible. They also have oils and other things for soap and candle making and aromatherapy, body care, all that good stuff. But that's it. We're done with this one. We're just going to go ahead and add it to my Nurture soap mold, which is the one that I use for all of my naturally based essential oil soaps, or unscented, because this mold is a little bit different, so the bar size will be different, so it'll be easier to differentiate when I'm selling our soaps. I can easily show people which ones are the ones made with essential oils because of the different bar size. And we also do a different label. All of our labels are handmade. I make all of our labels. Our paper is recycled paper. So for both of our labels, just the essential oil based soaps have a brown craft paper label. All right, so this one you want to make sure if you're using these essential oils, because they are hot essential oils, the clove and the cinnamon are specifically. So they're going to be the very, very limited amount that they are in soap, but they are very powerful and you don't need that much of them. But they are hot, so they can heat up your batch and accelerate trace. So you got to be really careful with that. Probably I was soaping actually a little bit too hot for using those essential oils today, but it's working out okay, so we're all right. It is rather cool outside. It's actually only September and it was down in the 50s here last night, which was not only really welcome, but pretty rare for us to have temperatures in Florida that cool this early in the fall. But I'm going to let this sit just for a little bit and then I'm going to come back and texture the top. So because of the nature of the essential oils that are in here, this one does not take very long before it sets up and starts to harden. And I think also because of the palm oil, the red palm oils especially, hardens a lot faster than the just the regular organic palm oil. And as I said, I use different labels for this one. So this one is the top is going to be much more flat than our usual. So I just do a little, take my chopstick and I just do a little swirly on the top. Because the label that we use for our essential oil soaps wraps around the top, so you can't make it really high because otherwise it would not, the labels wouldn't go on. So, but I still like to make it a little bit cool, a little interesting, a little something to the little pretty to the essential oil soaps. And this was actually one of the very first soaps that I made because I am an herbalist and I've studied aromatherapy, and I loved the Thieves blend of essential oils. We use it ourselves topically only, and you have to be, like I said, very careful with your ratios. So that's why I took aromatherapy classes, so I could learn how to safely use essential oils. But we love this blend. And it was one of the first soaps that I wanted to learn how to make because I wanted us to have a soap that we could use that had all of the benefits of the essential oils as well. So it took me a while to learn how to work with them properly. So we had a few batches that got really hot really fast, had to be rebatched, but this one is actually an easy one to rebatch because but the properties of the essential oils kind of get lost in the rebatch process. But anyway, we are going to let this one sit, and as you would expect, it's going to be pretty darn simple on the inside. But we'll come back and we'll cut it up so you can see how it actually lightens up a little bit. But there we go. We'll see you in about 24, 48 hours. All right, so it's been about 48 hours since I made this one. The essential oils in this kind of make the recipe a little sticky, so it was not wanting to come out of the mold at 24 hours, but we are good now, so should come right out, and it did. But my multi-bicarbonators needing a bath. It's starting to bother me. Not ever done that, never cleaned it before. Well, not with giving it a bath, so we'll have to see how that works. But you can see the colors actually stayed a little bit more orange than it usually does. There's probably the Baraka Shea Butter Red Palm Oil was really red, so it was a really excellent unrefined quality for the red palm oil. But so that usually, because I stick with the same recipe for it, so I use the same amount that I usually do, so it's probably just the quality. But anyway, so this is our Four Thieves Plus, and if you don't know the story of the Four Thieves, you should go look it up. It's a really interesting story, and it will kind of explain why we like to use this one for washing hands and keeping it by the sink. And I travel with it. I always take this one with me, and I actually don't use hand soap that is in stores or wherever it is that you're going, traveling, hotels, whatever. I always bring my own, obviously, soap maker, kind of break my own soap. But I bring this one with me specifically because of its properties for germ fighting, and it makes an excellent travel soap. So I usually cut like my little end pieces. I'll take those with me, but I keep them with a little tin. Hold on, I'll show you in a second. All right, so I have these little tins that I use to, this one's got soap all over it, but I use these to take my, they're like mint tins. I think you can probably find them on Amazon. If I find some, I'll put them down and I'll link them in the box, the description box down below. But I think I got these from a supply company because I buy in bulk. So I have a lot of these. I use these for lotion bars, and for I just take little pieces of soap that I keep in here to wash my hands with when traveling, keep it in my purse. It doesn't weigh very much. So anyway, so I do that. I keep the little pieces of Four Thieves to do that with. So we're gonna go ahead and get this cover cut up. And this mold, this is the cutter that is from Nurture Soap. The mold is a 5-pound mold from Nurture Soap. So the bars fit a little bit differently in this one. And you'll be able to tell that this went through a gel phase, because you can see the lighter color in the center and the dark around the edges. That shows you that this one got really hot and went through gel phase. So the color of this will actually be quite nice. It will stay a really bright color, and even though it is an essential oil based soap, which those usually fade pretty quickly, especially with the citrus fades quite quickly as a scent. The properties will still be there, but with this one, it lasts a really long time. I've had Four Thieves soaps that I've had for over a year, and you can still smell the essential oil blend. The natural essential oil blends, you can detect them on your skin after you have washed with them. So that's another reason why I like this one, because especially in the fall, it has all those cinnamony, clovey goodness, so it's a really good soap for the fall. It's not quite a pumpkin spice, but it does have a lot of the fragrances of pumpkin, plus it kind of looks like it, but it's a little spicier, and with the eucalyptus and rosemary that are in there, which I don't know if I went over that or not. It has rosemary, eucalyptus, sweet orange, the cinnamon leaf, clove bud, tea tree, and lavandin. And most, if not all of those, I believe except for the clove bud, are actually organic essential oils that we get from New Direction Aromatics, which I'm not an affiliate, but I'll leave the link down below if you're interested in getting organic essential oils. But anyway, so I do appreciate y'all watching. I hope that you have a very blessed day. Go out and do something to take care of yourself today. Do some research, find out, you know, some things you can do for immune support, especially this time, you know, that we're going through right now. Immune support is huge. I know we just had a sickness, and knowing about immune support and things to do for what was going on with us was extremely helpful for me, for my family. I have been studying herbs and aromatherapy, and I'm just now starting to do a little bit of study into homeopathics. Haven't really done a huge amount, so I don't know a lot, but I'm not, and you never stop learning, right? Or you never should stop learning, but knowing what I did know about immune support, lung support, how to increase your oxygen levels naturally, all were really important. Probiotics, your gut health, which is 99% of your immune system is in your gut, if not all of it. Your immune system starts in your gut. But anyway, so do a little research on that if you are so inclined to learn about immune support and the amazing benefits of essential oils for helping with that, and even in your soap, because they do have properties on the skin. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful day, and we will see you later.